We all have some criteria to determine whether a country's welfare is high quality. Not just ours, presumably these criteria we consider are the common ones for the specialists who professionally evaluate the welfare of countries. Today, I want you to reconsider your knowledge at that point, since I will criticize our perspective to the evaluation of the welfare of countries. I will try to demonstrate that sometimes the numbers or the statistics remain incapable to demonstrate the real circumstances in countries and the real welfare of society. I divided my criteria into three for the evaluation of this welfare. The first one is healthcare facilities quality, and the second one is social trust in society. The third one is the level of education in the country. I want to start with the health facilities. From my point of view, the most important thing which should have been evaluated is the life expectancy to determine the quality of the health facilities. Unfortunately, in this country, the life expectancy is incrementally decreasing, and there are some really important problems like the obesity. Uh, teenage births are becoming teenage births are becoming so common, and in addition to all of these, the infant mortality is compounding the current situation, unfortunately. The second one is the social trust in society. Imprisonment skyrocketingly increasing as if in a race with the prevalence of the mental problems. And in addition to all of these, um, there is an acceleration in the number of people who are addicted to drug or alcohol. It is so hard to expect a full embarrassed or peaceful society when you see all of these. The last one is the education's quality. It's not very promising, unfortunately, since the literacy rates are not encouraging. And also there is another problem about the number of students who drop out the high school. I'm very curious about which country came to your mind when you heard all of these, and which roles would you prefer to talk about this country, to evaluate the welfare of this country. Most probably you would say the illiterate society, maybe the poor decisions and policies of governments, the inaccessibility to welfare maybe, or the illiterate society. But let me explain you. These are the reasons to be dying for live in America. Most probably you assume that I stumbled, but let me assure you, I didn't. It may be so hard to account for this paradigm between the America, as we know, the dream country, and the reality I talked about. How can we observe this? There are two statistics and graphics. The first one shows the average income per person in America, and the second one shows the reality actually. The problem is income inequality in America. And sometimes you may think that it's not very important. However, it changed everything, but so silently. And like the factors I talked, it actually has more profound and devastating outcomes on the nations, the UK and the USA. Unlike the Japan and Switzerland, where the income inequality is not that much high, the welfare is very high, and there is nearly no problem about the social trust, and the addiction rates and the homicides are not that much prevalent in those countries, while these are real problems in the UK and US and the other nations where the income inequality is very observable and very high. Actually, it demonstrates us that looking the average numbers doesn't work in the countries where the income inequality is so high. Actually, these numbers means nothing but reality. It's better to evaluate the welfare with the average numbers for the poorer countries, but it means nothing for the others.
45,000, 300,000, 5 million. These are not just numbers. These are death numbers. 5 million children under the age of 5 die in a year because of inadequate health condition. Half of the children who die are from in Africa. Other half is from East Asia. 300,000 women die during childbirth in a year because of bad health condition. 45,000 people commit suicide in a year because of unemployment. The main reason of this is income inequality. The assessed top 42 richest people in the world are equal to 3.6 billion people, which corresponds to 50% of the world's population. 401 million people live with hunger limits in East Asia and Africa. Because of the bad health condition, life expectancy is 62 years in low-income countries, but 81 years in high-income countries. Unemployment rate in the world 3.5%. It may seem less, but vast majority of their employers also hardly support their families. This rate increased to 14% in Turkey. The rate of young unemployment breaking record in some countries that has not developed. Suicide rate of unemployment is 2 times higher than the employees. Suicide increased to 6th place in the cause of death, and most of them were unemployment. 29 of 60 people who commit suicide because of unemployment. The main reason of this is income inequality.
As you see, the inequality of incomes among the people is not a simple issue as you thought. Some may argue that people earn money for their labor, which means that if someone puts more effort on, then makes more money. But what kind of labor may cost much? Being a porter or a construction worker? Current pattern, nothing of them. Hitting a ball, for example, makes a lot of money. A football player makes millions or hundreds of millions of dollars in a year. On the other hand, an average person in Switzerland makes $6,301 in a year without taxes. It's followed by Australia with $3,780 and Denmark with $3,269 and the USA with $3,258 and the last Turkey with about $1,000 in a year. Those statistics do not mean that those sportsmen are not putting effort to be where they are now. But the most important thing is whether the effort those people put really deserve this money. Is this justice we are seeking? I gave just one example from reality. You can easily find hundreds of examples. There is a problem here, and there is always a solution where there is a problem.
Today I will mainly be talking about solutions of income inequality in a society. The world is full of inequalities. There is racial inequality, political inequality, social inequality, gender, and of course there is income inequality in a society. To start with, why are we that much interested in to solve the problems related to economy? I believe that the most essential part of a society is their economic status, their happiness level, and their prosperous of course related to their economy. People should be able to buy some things to be able to happier. I think there are some ways to prevent economic inequality, and there are some ways to fix it. I would like to offer some solutions to fix those problems. First one is increasing the minimum wage in this society. It can be any society. Increasing the minimum wage. Or another solution, expanding the earned income taxes. This means that governments ask for more money from affluent people than others. Another solution is that creating assets for working families. There is also another solution, which is investing in education. This is very important. Investing in education, you cannot directly get the outcomes. However, it's very deep and it's very effective, because education level of a society deeply affects their prosperity level. Those are the 4 solutions of income inequality. However, we do not support to make the income level equal. We support that people should earn money according to their status, which is why we support that income levels should be fair and just, not equal. Imagine that there are 2 families, and in the first one there are 8 people, and in the second one there are only 2 people. However, they are earning the same amount of money. How can they last their lives? Thank you for listening to me, and take care of yourselves.